more of the materials for the tavern upgrade. Also, I'd like to point out that my in-game diet has improved because I'm eating like a bunch of different stuff now and actively trying not to lose hearts constantly. Just thought I'd add that little trivia in there, you know, I'm working on the in-game diet, okay, it's going well. Anyway, I crafted some more gapples and bricks and then spent the evening doing some more trading over at the village, getting our very first piece of diamond armor. Alright, day 23. It was quite a trade-heavy day, but we did start out by placing down a field so that our farmer can actually start working. Well, he would start working if I'd actually done it properly. You see, you need to actually place a seed in the middle of this little menu right here so that they can start planting things down, and I didn't do that because I'm a fool. So the farmer will now just be sitting idle until I fix it later on. After thinking that I got the farmer to work, I crafted a grindstone and went over to the village securing another worker for me, but this time as a toolsmith because I really wanted a good shovel from them. So I set them up next to a house and got back to the good old-fashioned stick trading to level them up. And well, I got them maxed out the same day, but unfortunately I got an axe and a sword trade and no shovel. However, I did decide to buy the sword because it had sharpness 2 on it and I had enough emeralds, so I thought it'd be worth the tiny little upgrade that it was. Now, I was so desperate to get a good shovel that I ended up crafting another grindstone and changing the librarian into a toolsmith, but didn't start leveling them up right now because I really didn't have the emeralds. So instead, I just headed back to the colony and combined my 2 axes in an anvil to get a slightly upgraded one. In the morning, I was back down in the caves, but this time for andesite because I needed a whole bunch of it to start building up the town hall. Now, let me tell you, getting this andesite right here would set into motion a very, very annoying and unfortunate series of events that would come back to haunt me big time later on. Anyways, after getting a chunk of andesite, I returned back up and crafted it into some polished andesite and some stairs before just throwing it in a chest to use later. After that, I made some bone meal and farmed out a few potatoes and carrots because I was running pretty low on veggies and I really want to try and keep the diet somewhat okay. After I got the potatoes cooking, I headed over to the farm hut to see how progress was going and, well, because of my stupidity earlier, there was no progress. But the farmer wasn't here to tell me that, so I would still remain oblivious for a little longer. So after still being none the wiser to my mistake with the farmer earlier,